Although she would have preferred not to, Eden McCoy was able to use her sadness for her mother's death to inform her latest performances on the show. Life has been tough for many General Hospital characters lately. First, Sam died of an apparent overdose of digitalis. Then Dex died from the same thing, after being treated for a non-fatal stabbing. Now Michael's future is in question as he attempts to recover from severe burns caused by a bomb in Sunny's penthouse. Jocelyn and Sam weren't super close, but Michael is her brother. Dex was her boyfriend, and the 1-2 gut punch she just received has caused a lot of grief. Her real-world alter ego, Eden McCoy, spoke about similarities between Joss' grief and her own. McCoy took some time to talk to Soap Opera Digest about shooting the scenes, which took an emotional toll on her. Her real-life mother Natasha passed away in November 2023, and McCoy had used her job as a way to immerse herself in something that didn't remind her of her pain. But this storyline turn was kind of just looking me right in the eye. Considering they were shooting around the anniversary of her mom's death, her real feelings became raw. There were so many weird coincidences and back-to-back moments between my life and Jocelyn's life at the same time that I found extremely anxiety-ridden and overwhelming, she explained, adding that it was also really beautiful. The actress used her own grief to inform her performance as Jocelyn, especially having to go from Dex's Evan Hofer death to Michael's Chad Duell harrowing situation. McCoy also noted that she would go home after work, only to have to come back to the studio the next day and play Joss' grief all over again. She further explained that her job is to be able to play emotions believably, and she ultimately resigned herself to the fact that she was going to have to use the grief of losing her mother to help her portray Jocelyn's sadness. So I was already a mess personally, and I was getting called in to work to grieve. I was like, I can't escape it on either side of my life. McCoy summed up shooting as being a very, very dark few weeks. It was horrendous to film. I did not have a blast filming all of this. However, McCoy is a real trooper, and from her amazing performances lately, viewers can't tell where she begins and Jocelyn ends. It has not been a good last few months for General Hospital's Jocelyn Jax Eden McCoy. First, she lost her boyfriend, Officer Dex Heller Evan Hofer, under mysterious circumstances. We know he was stabbed by Cyrus Renaud Jeff Kober and suffered the same fate as Sam while recovering in the hospital a fatal dose of digitalis in his fore. Jocelyn's recent demeanor have given pause to her best friend, Trina Tabiana Ali, and her mother, Carly Laura Wright, who are worried that the young woman is not coping with Dex's passing. On top of that, she just learned that her brother Michael Corinthos Chad Duell is lying in critical condition at GH after being severely burned in a fire and explosion at Sunny's Maurice Bernard penthouse. Eden McCoy spoke to Soap Opera Digest about the cathartic moments these stories have provided her as she passed through the one-year anniversary of her real-life mom, Natasha McCoy's death, and how she was able to pour her grief into these story points. It was a very, very dark few weeks. It was horrendous to film. I did not have a blast filming all of this, shared McCoy. She added, I was already a mess personally, and I was getting called in to work to grieve. I was like, I can't escape it on either side of my life. There were definitely a lot of real moments for me over the course of filming these episodes. In terms of learning Dex would be killed off the GH canvas, Eden recalled, I wasn't scared about where it would leave Jocelyn. The scary part was much more personal stuff. It was more like me being scared to go to work with the grief of everything that I'm living with as Eden, and having no choice but to access and open up those wounds and those parts of me to do the story justice. Because that's my job. McCoy reflected, there were so many weird coincidences and back-to-back moments between my life and Jocelyn's life at the same time that I found extremely anxiety-ridden and overwhelming, but also really beautiful. There's a good and a bad to everything, you know. But it was a challenge to go to work and do all that, and then take it home every day for a while there, and then knowing I have to go and do it again tomorrow. In the recent episodes of the ABC soap opera General Hospital, the viewers witnessed the fire breakout at Sunny Corinthos' penthouse. This incident left Michael burnt and admitted in critical care. As the family dealt with the shock of Michael's condition, Willow's arrival made the situation even worse. Joss confronted Willow, making it obvious that she wasn't welcome at all. Actress Eden McCoy's performance as Jocelyn gained her appreciation from the fans around the internet. Willow deserved all that smoke. I loved it, wrote a fan Samantha Parker. Fans of General Hospital praised Jocelyn and criticized Willow's character, while comparing her journey to the past. Some fans appreciated the performance of the actress, but disagreed with the stance of the character. When Willow got to the hospital to see how Michael was doing, Jocelyn immediately confronted her. Jocelyn was furious that Willow hadn't been there for Michael during his worst moments. She accused Willow of ignoring Michael's needs while she was busy in her affair with Drew. Jocelyn criticized Willow for not being there when Michael got badly burned, with 40% of his body suffering third-degree burns. She blamed Willow for prioritizing her personal life over Michael's health. Willow tried to explain herself and asked Jocelyn to understand, but the latter didn't hear her out. Jocelyn compared Willow's actions to her own past mistakes, but emphasized that cheating on Cameron wasn't the same as Willow's betrayal of Michael during such a crucial time. Jocelyn called Willow a faithless skank and told her to face the damage she'd caused. The argument left Willow upset and shaken, while Jocelyn promised she would never leave Michael's side, no matter what happened. General Hospital was a whirlwind of emotion as Michael's loved ones dealt with the shock of his injuries. Jason stayed close to Michael, determined to protect him, remembering a promise he made long ago to keep him safe. Carly went to the hospital chapel to pray, lighting a candle and asking God to protect her son. Her quiet time was interrupted when Drew showed up, which only made Carly angrier. She yelled at Drew for having an affair with Willow, saying it made Michael's pain worse. Drew tried to explain himself, reminding Carly of the things he had done for her, but Carly wasn't ready to forgive him. Elsewhere, Alexis and Christina indulged in a conversation in the hallway. Christina opened up about her fear of losing Michael, saying he was one true voice of sanity who kept her grounded in their chaotic family. Feeling overwhelmed, she stepped outside for some air, which made Alexis and Sunny go looking for her. Sunny found Christina on the hospital roof, where she confessed she was too afraid to see Michael in his current state. He urged her to confront her fears, and later, with Molly's support, Christina finally found the strength to look into Michael's room. Amidst the tension on General Hospital, some relief came when Michael briefly opened his eyes, offering hope to those waiting for his recovery.